Good day, everybody. Um, I'm going to speak about the control of the estrus cycle in the dog. The female canine is called the bitch. So I'm going to expand on issues that lead to the control of the estrus cycle in the bitch. Number one, the control is done to prevent unwanted pregnancies. Number two, is for health management of the dog during the estrus cycle. Also is done for behavioral related issues. That's number three. And number four, for breeding management. And number five is done for dog owner convenience. Now, there are a number of risks of heat in the beach which make it necessary for the estrus cycle to be controlled. And one of these is pyometra. Number two, mammary tumors and cancer. Number C, intact beaches require around-the-clock care and vigilance when they are on heat. Now, let me expound briefly on the methods that are available for estrus management in the beach. Number one, there is a procedure which is surgical. It's commonly referred technically as ovariosterectomy or commonly as spay. This is the gold standard for estrus management in the beach. There are also medical or hormonal methods that are available, but these ones are risky. I'll talk about the issues later. And then number C, physical separation. When the owners consider none of the above two methods, then they can physically separate the beach. But in this case, hygiene and accidental pregnancies need to be put in mind. Now, in heat management in the beach, spay is the default option. When the option is to breed, then the focus must be on the health of the beach. Spay is a permanent solution for the heat cycles, while hormonal or separation methods are temporary. This difference must be emphasized to dog owners. Now, the methods in detail: spay or ovariosterectomy is for non-breeding beaches. It's actually the surgical removal of the uterus and ovaries and prevents the heat cycle. It also prevents pregnancy and also prevents forced pregnancies for good. That is throughout the health of the life of the beach. It also will eliminate the risk of pyometra for good. It cuts back on the risk of mammary tumors significantly, about 99%, if it's done before the first heat. Now, the risk of a hysterectomy, it's about 5%. There is about 5% surgical risk for some beaches, depending on the health at surgery, experience of the vet doing the operation, and the equipment available at the disposal of the veterinary doctor. Now, later in old age, some spay beaches may experience urinary incontinence. There are a number of reasons which might lead to this, but it's important for the veterinary surgeon who is doing the operation to explain to the beach owner that later in life some beaches may have this urinary incontinence. Otherwise, it's a very safe procedure when done by a qualified and experienced veterinary surgeon. Now, number B, hormonal methods. This involves implants or injections. We have MPA, medroprogesterone acetate, commonly referred as Depo-Provera. There are also other gonadotropin releaser hormone generics that can also be used. Now, the use of these hormones is temporary. It only temporarily postpones the heat, and it's usually done when there is impending competitions which should involve the beaches, or it's done by some owners and recommended by some veterinary surgeons before spaying. So it's a temporary procedure. Disadvantages: it has many risks, and some of these risks are it predisposes the beach to pyometra. It also may put the beach at the risk of developing diabetes mellitus, mammary tumors, and uterine cancer. It's not recommended for prolonged use. It's only done under strict veterinary supervision. Now, number three is choosing none of the above. That means the owner of the dog might not choose to use the surgical procedure for heat control or the hormonal method. Now, in this case, the following must be adhered to. Either you leash your dog, your beach outdoors, or you enclose your beach to separate it from intact males. Now, it must be acknowledged that male dogs, actually the word dog means the male canine. So dogs will detect pheromones from beaches on heat from miles away and may pay a visit to make a scene at your homestead because they're attracted by these pheromones. Hygiene is paramount. You may use diapers or washable absorbent materials to control discharge. Clean her with disinfected towels or wipes to prevent contamination around your compound. Now, management of beaches on heat. These are the expectations. The beach becomes restless, becomes clingy to the owner, or may even show aggression. It's important that in these circumstances, if the owner doesn't use any of the two above methods, then you should be able to control the stress that is related with heat in beaches. To do this, you need to maintain routine exercise, but avoid parks and other public places to avoid mating and aggression from other dogs. It's also important to track the heat cycle by keeping records of when it started and when it's anticipated to end. Now, for more information, you need to get in touch with your veterinary surgeon so that you know all these details about beach that comes on it. My take to dog owners, overhysterectomy or spay remains the gold standard for heat management in the beach. If you are faced with the need to manage heat for breeding purposes, you need to work closely with the veterinary surgeon or veterinary health provider to ensure hygiene and health are prioritized. That's very important. That's my take for today. Have a good day, and I hope you manage your beaches on heat in the right way. Thank you very much, and have a good day.